What's going on with Velociraptor? Holeshot drivers announced, and all of this is coming up on this week's news episode. To start off, let's talk about the results. For results for Stadium Championship Series Red in St. Louis last weekend, make sure to check out the most recent MonsterTalk report. So let's recap the tours that did happen over the weekend. Stadium Championship Series Blue was in San Antonio, Texas this past weekend, and there was lots of action to cover. For Show 1, Gravedigger's Taylor Manninger won most of the show, winning racing, freestyle, and the overall event championship. Snatching the skills win and a perfect event from Tyler Manninger was Colt Stevens in Thunderosaurus, and with this unbelievable move that almost saw him make a save. For Show 2, it was a constant back and forth between Tyler Manninger and Mark List. Manninger won Sunday's racing and freestyle competitions, while List took home the skills competition and the overall event championship. Points remain to be close and interesting, as Manninger still leads the series, but many other drivers made moves in the series standings. For Arena Series Central in Hampton, Virginia, Show 1 saw Dragon win racing, Terminal Velocity take donuts, Gravedigger take skills and freestyle, and Dragon also took the overall event championship. At Show 2, Terminal Velocity won racing, donuts, freestyle, and the overall event win, with Brandon Vinson taking the skills competition. Show 3 was mostly the same as Show 2, however Wildside took home skills and Gravedigger took home the freestyle win. For Show 4, Dragon won racing, Gravedigger won skills and the overall event win, and Thunderosaurus with Tony Oaks took home freestyle. Points for the most part remain relatively the same, the only difference being that John Simmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity moves up into second place, and Jamie Sullivan switches places with Michaela Talachka. And finally, for Arena Series East, Milwaukee, Wisconsin hosted another great weekend of action for Arena Series East. At Show 1, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco won racing, skills, and the overall event win, while Bernard Light in Megalodon took home his first donut competition win of the season, and Lindsay Reed in Scooby-Doo won freestyle. For Show 2, Megalodon won racing, El Toro Loco won skills and freestyle, and Weston Anderson in Gravedigger took home the donut competition win and the overall event championship. And finally, for Show 3, El Toro Loco took home the racing and overall event win, while Gravedigger took home the skills, donut, and freestyle competitions. Points again remain very similar, with the only difference being that Dalton Widener slips down to 4th, with Armando Castro moving up into 2nd place, and Lindsay Reed moving up into 3rd. That's it with Monster Jam's results. Let's move on to the independent results. For the toughest Monster Truck Tour in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Show 1 saw Dirt Crew win wheelies, Buckshot win racing, freestyle, and the overall event win. For Show 2, Buckshot won wheelies, Rat Attack won racing and the overall event win, and Maximus won freestyle. Now, we don't have the results of the All-Star Monster Truck Tour this weekend, but we do have their points for this series so far. In first place is Triton Robbins in Crazy Train with 275 points. In second is Joe Sylvester in Bad Habit with 270. Corey Snyder in Toxic takes third with 267. Elliot Miller takes Sinistar to 4th place with 244 points. And Montana Robbins and Buddy Tompkins take Plain Crazy to 5th place with 213 points. That is it with the results. On to the news, our first story. Up first, who is driving Velociraptor? Travis Mowry has enjoyed an incredible start to his 2023 season on Stadium Championship Series Red. He is currently 7th in the points standings on Stadium Series Red and has made it to the final round of racing numerous times so far this season, but has yet to win the competition. It was recently announced, however, that Mary would be taking time off due to his wife expecting soon. However, there has been some confusion surrounding as to whether or not he is driving in these next couple of weeks. Originally, it was reported that Paul Jensen was scheduled to drive in both St. Louis and Miami, with Travis's wife later stating that Mary would be competing in St. Louis. Shortly afterwards, it was announced that Jeff Souza would be driving the truck in Tampa, Florida, and Paul Jensen would still take over Miami. Now, when you check Monster Jam's website on the Miami and Tampa event pages, it says that Mary is competing at both shows. So the question is, who will be driving in Miami and Tampa? Well, I reached out to Travis Mary himself on Instagram, and he would go on to confirm that Paul Jensen will in fact drive the truck in Miami, and Jeff Souza will drive the truck in Tampa. Obviously, drivers are subject to change, but I do think that Monster Jam's website was acting up once again, but nonetheless, I hope this clears things up. ALCATRAZ Monster Truck debuts. The ALCATRAZ Monster Truck made its long-awaited debut last weekend. The truck uses the same body that numerous trucks over the years have used, including names such as Dungeon of Doom and Dr. Bones. The truck features mostly dull colors for the skull, but accentuating the rest of the design with purple details. The truck looks absolutely amazing and will be competing at a show that we will talk about in the Monster Truck 5 of the Week. Holeshot Quad Chaos full-time driver revealed. With the recent acquisition of Quad Chaos and Holeshot names by Triple B Motorsports, they have been looking into finding a driver to come compete on their team. And recently they've announced not one, but 2 drivers that will drive the Holeshot truck. The first being Kevin King, who will pilot the truck's debut under the Triple B team this upcoming weekend at the All-Star Monster Truck Tour in Norman Park, Georgia. The other driver that has been announced to drive Holeshot is James Owen, formerly behind the wheel of Avalanche for the Monster Trucks Tour. He has also been named as the full-time driver for the truck, with King driving Holeshot at select events this year. The Monster Truck 5 of the Week is back, and here's all the shows and tours that are touring around the globe. For Monster Jam, Arena Series West is back, and they will be heading to Sacramento, California in the Golden One Center. Newark, New Jersey will be the next stop on the tour for Arena Series East at the Prudential Center. Arena Series Central will go to Washington, D.C. for their stop at the Capital One Arena. Lone Depot Park will be the place for Stadium Championship Series Red that they head to in Miami, Florida for 2 shows. And finally for Monster Jam, Stadium Series Blue will be moving from San Antonio, Texas to Houston, Texas at the NRG Stadium, also for 2 shows. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live heads to Hoffman Estates, Illinois at the Now Arena for their next stop on the tour, while Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Europe is off for the week. The All-Star Monster Truck Tour will be at Norman Park, Georgia at the Needmore Speedway for the next stop on their championship series. The lineup features Crazy Train with Triton Robbins, Playing Crazy with Montana Robbins, Sinistar with Elliott Miller, and the debuts of the 2 Triple B trucks, Holeshot with Kevin King, and Ice Cream Man with Joe Uri. Monsters of Destruction will be in Madison, Wisconsin at the Allegiant Energy Center. The lineup features Buckshot with Brandon Budd, War Wizard with RJ Turner, Against the Grain with Brad Shippett, ALCATRAZ with Derek Anson, and Heavy Hitter with Chris Davis. The Kicker Monster Truck Nationals will be in Bossier City, Louisiana at the Brookshire Grocery Arena. The lineup consists of King Crunch with Dylan Fenley, Tantrum with Thomas Kimmins, Zilla with Ricky Fowler, Sheer Insanity, Jed Barcroft, Dysfunctional with Vernhouse, and Aruba with a to-be-announced driver. No Limits Monster Trucks will be in Salisbury, Maryland at the Wicomo County Civic Center. The lineup features USA 1 with Rodney Tweedy, Barefoot with Logan Tweedy, Smokin' with Jordan Fisher, Virginia Giant with Cliff Val, Mike Vardas Sr. in Black Stallion, Overkill Evolution with Mikey Vardas Jr., and Taurus and Higher Education with 2 be announced drivers. And finally, Monster Truck Wars will be in Perry, Georgia at West Tennessee Agriculture Pavilion. The lineup features Outlaw with Preston Perez, Sheriff with Scott Conley, Shark Attack with Devin Winfield, and former Equalizer driver Greg Holbrook will not be an Equalizer, but instead driving Reptoy. I cannot wait to see that. His last show was TNT Unfinished Business, so let's see what he can do behind the wheel of Reptoid. I want to hear your thoughts about the news we covered today. Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you everyone all so much for watching. And I'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content.